Hello Cancer, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Cancer, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and are moving forward. So with all that being said, Cancer, let's get started. We do have the Four of Cups. We also have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, could be dealing with another Cancer, possibly a Capricorn. Doesn't necessarily have to be the case, but how does Cancer, okay, currently view this relationship? Okay, I want to start off with the Four of Cups really quickly here. The Four of Cups could definitely represent like an energy of like, you know, unhappiness, dissatisfaction. It could also represent stagnancy, which I feel like you're experiencing stagnancy, but also like a lack of like emotional satisfaction. And I feel like it does have a lot to do with what it is that you're holding on to, which is a connection with somebody that you do have a lot of history with. The reason why you're experiencing stagnancy is because of this dynamic here between you and this person. You know, the reason why you're experiencing a level of unhappiness has a lot to do with, you know, this person that you currently find yourself connecting with. But I feel like this is something that you already know. Like, you know why you're unhappy, you know why you're experiencing stagnancy within your life, and it's because you're still choosing to hold on to the very thing that brings that sense of unhappiness into your life, as well as stagnancy in your life, which is your relationship with this person that, you know, you've been with. I almost want to say for quite some time now. For some of you, you might even have a family with this person. How does this person currently view this relationship? All right, let's see what's going on. All right, so we do have the, interesting, this for me just kind of feels like an intuitive hit that this person's getting. You know, something's causing this person to essentially feel like something's wrong. Something's causing this person to feel like something's coming. I am definitely getting that. I feel like this person could just I just kind of feel like this person could just sense and feel like something's wrong with you. Like something's wrong with you. Like something's about to happen here between the two of you. I don't know if this person is essentially sensing and feeling like an argument's about to happen between the two of you, or an ending is about to happen between the two of you, but this person could definitely sense and feel that something's coming. But I keep getting that this person feels like something's just not like right with you. Not mentally or anything like that, but this person just kind of feels like something's wrong with Cancer, and I don't know what it is, but I feel like something's about to happen, like a really big fight, a really big argument, or possibly even a breakup. Like, you're not acting your usual self is what it is. How does Cancer currently feel? Okay, so we have the King of Swords, we got the Two of Wands, and then we also have the Wheel of Fortune. With the Two of Wands coming out here, before the Two of Wands comes the Ace of Wands, and the King of Swords holds the Ace of Swords. So that's kind of telling me that you know exactly what you need to do to turn this entire situation around. It's just a matter of actually doing it. It's just a matter of doing it. Like, you know what you have to do to get yourself out of this stagnancy. You know what you have to do to get yourself out of this entire situation that makes you feel extremely unhappy and dissatisfied. It's just a matter of doing it. And I feel like that's kind of what you struggle with the most, is doing what you have to do to bring that sense of like emotional satisfaction to your life, to bring that sense of growth, you know, expansion, you know, things of that nature. You know what you have to do. It just kind of looks like it's hard for you to do what you know you got to do, which does kind of involve you essentially leaving the very thing that continues to kind of hold you back and bring that sense of like dissatisfaction to your life, as well as stagnancy into your life. Okay. How does this person currently feel? Okay. So we have the Seven of Wands, we have the Moon, and then we also have the King of Pentacles. Okay. It kind of looks like, because this person senses and feels like something's just not right, and you're not acting your usual self, it kind of looks like this person's going to try their hardest to kind of like pull it out of you, because this person knows that you're not being honest with them. Like, you could very well be telling this person like, oh yeah, I'm fine, nothing's wrong with me, but this person knows that you're lying to them. They know that you're lying to them. And they're very, very determined to get down to the bottom of what the heck is going on, or what do they do on their behalf to cause you to feel, you know, this way. Because according to the energy that I'm seeing here, this person doesn't necessarily feel like they did anything wrong. Yeah, they don't feel like they did anything wrong. So the fact that you're not acting your usual self kind of has this person feeling like, okay, well, maybe I did something to upset them. Maybe I did something to bother them. Maybe I did something to piss them off. Like, I just kind of feel like this person just wants to know, like, what is the deal here? Like, what's going on? Um, Okay, let's keep going. What actions will Cancer take towards this person or moving forward? Okay, so we do have the Star, we do have the Strength card, and then we also have the Tower. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Ace of Swords, and then we also have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so what's currently holding you back right now has a lot to do with you choosing to continue to hold on to the very thing that's making you unhappy, creating stagnancy in your life, and basically holding you back. Okay, so this is kind of why you find yourself in the predicament that you find yourself in. Granted, I think that it's very hard for you to get up and walk away due to the strong and intense emotional attachment that you have towards this person. It also has a lot to do with the history that you have with them. You got accustomed to having this person around. So to walk away from this person, start a whole new chapter / cycle for yourself, it's just not an easy thing for you to essentially do. I'm also getting a lot of fear within you when it comes down to starting this whole new chapter / cycle for yourself without this individual in it. You could very well be asking yourself, well, what is my life going to look like? What is it going to consist of? Am I making the right decision, or am I not making the right decision? Am I going to be okay, or am I not going to be okay? Things of that nature. But with the Star coming out here, the Star is all about being on the path that Spirit essentially wants you on. It's all about following your true north here. And it kind of looks like you're being divinely guided away from this dynamic here between you and this person. It does require you to find the strength and the courage within yourself to pull this off, which with the Strength card coming out here, that's kind of telling me you do have the strength and the courage within yourself to pull this off, to walk away from the thing that's holding you back, to walk away from the thing that's making you unhappy, to walk away from the thing that's bringing in that sense of, stagnancy into your life. You have the strength and the courage to do so. I just kind of feel like fear is what's paralyzing you right now. Fear is just basically what's paralyzing you right now when it comes down to your current situation. If fear wasn't essentially paralyzing you right now, you would have did what you had to essentially do here. But fear is paralyzing you from being on the path that Spirit basically wants you on. Now, the fact that you guys are not showing up as a true pair is kind of telling me that there's like a massive disconnect happening here. You and this person are more than likely not on the same page. Maybe you guys don't really resonate with one another like you guys used to. Like, this relationship between the two of you is experiencing a massive disconnect, to be completely honest. It's just a massive disconnect. I feel like once upon a time you looked at this person like they were the one for you, and over time you started to kind of feel like, okay, maybe just maybe they're not. Okay. I am definitely getting that. All right, let's look at this person. What actions will this person take? Okay, so we do have the 8 of Cups. We got the 7 of Pentacles. And then we also have the 5 of Swords out here. The bottom of the deck, I just don't feel like you're really giving this person to the right of me much to work with. Clearly something's wrong on your end and you're just not expressing that to them. Again, this person knows that you're lying to them. Moral of the story. And I think that it's starting to kind of like frustrate this person, because all they're trying to do is have a conversation with you, and here you are basically feeding them lies. Like, oh no, yeah, I'm fine. Everything's okay with me, when they know deep down inside that's not the case. At the end of the day, you're dealing with somebody who knows you very, very well. As to why you're avoiding telling this person the truth, it could have a lot to do with you essentially feeling like it's not going to really make a difference. This is one of those situations where you might find yourself feeling like having a conversation with this person is not going to change how you feel. It's not going to improve the situation whatsoever. I think that you finally reached this point within your dynamic with this person where you're starting to kind of feel like having a conversation, with this person about absolutely, anything, especially when it comes down to how you feel and how this dynamic is affecting you, it's just not going to essentially make a difference. The only thing that's going to essentially make a difference here, and that's taking, matters into your own hands and doing what you got to do, and doing what's best for you, because you could sit here and talk to this person from sun up to sundown, but it kind of looks like you've been doing that for quite some time now and you haven't really seen anything really change and or improve. So I think that you kind of already know that having a conversation with this individual, it's not going to really get you too far and it's not going to make you feel better. at this point, I feel like Spirit is forcing you to do exactly what you know you have to do here. It's just kind of hard because fear is paralyzing you, you know, from doing so. Let's look at the Nine of Swords a little bit more. Okay, let's see. We have the Six of Swords to the King of Wands. We also have the Hierophant to the Ten of Wands. Not only is fear paralyzing you from doing what you have to do, but I also feel like it has a lot to do with like them refusing to essentially let you go. That's also kind of stopping you. But that's the thing, is that you don't need them to essentially let you go. All you need is to let them go. But I'm getting that fear is paralyzing you, and it also has a lot to do with them refusing to essentially let you go. Because they refuse to essentially let you go, it's like you feel stuck. It's like you feel trapped, but you don't need their permission. You know what I mean? You don't need their permission. You don't need them to let you go. All you need is, yeah, all you really need is your own permission here to release yourself from this entire situation. That's all you really need. You don't need their permission. But for whatever reason, you think that you need their permission to like walk away and release yourself from this entire situation. But you don't need that. You don't need that. You don't need that at all. You don't need this person to let you go in order to let go. You don't need this person to give you permission to go off and be happy. You just need to give yourself that. You know what I mean? And I think that, you know, eventually that's what's going to hit you, is that you don't actually need their permission. You don't actually need this person to let you go. All you need is your own permission to free yourself from this entire situation. All you really need is for you to essentially let go. You don't need their permission. You don't need them to let you go. You don't need these things. And I think that that's going to become very crystal clear to you. And when it does, you will break free from this entire situation, because nothing's really like, I mean, yes, there is certain things that are holding you back, but what's holding you back are things that you're allowing to essentially hold you back. Like this belief that you have that you need them to let you go in order for you to be free. You don't need them to let you go. This fear, I would say, that's essentially paralyzing you. There's nothing to essentially fear. And I think that that's going to eventually hit you at some point, that there is nothing to essentially fear here. You're going to be just fine. You're going to be more than fine, actually. Like, and I think that when it's time for this energy to like catch up to you and hit you, that's when you'll know it's time to move. That's when you'll know it's time to go, when this energy essentially hits you. Okay, because there's going to come a point in time where it's like what's currently holding you back is not going to hold you back anymore. And once this energy hits you, there is no going back. Like the things that are currently stopping you now are not going to stop you later. The fear that you're experiencing now is going to be a fear that you're not going to find yourself experiencing later. This whole, they need to let me go in order to be happy, that's not going to, if that's stopping you now, it's not going to stop you later. You know what I mean? So when the timing is essentially right, I guess, and this energy does catch up to you and it does hit you, that's when I do see you breaking free from this entire situation for good. And it's going to cause you to feel like this is like the best decision that you could have ever basically made, to be completely honest. You're not going to have any sort of like regret, or you're not going to have any sort of regret, but you're not going to find yourself like in that headspace where you find yourself questioning whether or not you made the right decision. You're not going to find yourself experiencing those things. All right. So that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.